Introducing the Art for Change podcast gang. The intellectual Mr. Sapiosexual. That's all you gotta do, be you. Montana Cobain pulling up in the truck. And Lady Alba with the glamorous power touch. We stream live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Soul Food Sunday, Motion Monday, and Therapeutic Thursday. And some days in between, switch it. Subscribe and bell on so you don't miss it. But if you do, we on repeat on every major podcast application. Interviews galore and more. Y'all know the situation. So book your seat when we turn up the heat with your Art for Change.
Yes, y'all. And we are live. What's going on, art enthusiasts and change makers? Yes. It's another episode of Art for Change podcast. Today is Therapeutic Thursday. I am your host, Mr. Sapiosexual, and my co-host.
You already know it's your boy BU, because that's all you got to do.
Yes.
What's up?
Yes. And the lady in the house, Lady Alba. How you doing, Queen? Happy birthday. You're on mute.
Okay, so I got with that motion. I gotta.
Yes. That's right. Hey, listen, don't let nothing or no one steal your joy. You hear me?
Hey, I thank you so much. Thank you for announcing out and shouting out happy birthday to me. And I also thank you so much for don't let no one steal your joy. Because that's facts.
Yes,
100.
Man. Yes,
man. And it ain't always easy to do.
No, it's not. It's
not.
Man.
Sometimes we gotta close doors, close people behind the door, to not let you steal my joy.
Hey,
I know that's right.
You know,
absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes it be our family, but we still love. That's the key. I've learned that.
Gotta give you grace. Absolutely.
Amen. Because we identify. Go ahead, say it.
And what I have learned is I have learned tonight to get as frustrated with people whose frontal lobe is not fully developed.
Oh, wait a minute. Mister.
You've been studying.
Mister. I say something, your intellectual capabilities it's kind of low.
Yes.
They be mad at me when I say it.
What they say is if you talk to a neurologist or people who study the brain or study psychiatry, they tell you that people's frontal lobe cortex don't really develop until after or 25 and after. You know what I mean? So when you're dealing with somebody under that, you got to understand that they don't have that same reasoning. You know what I mean? And so they speak on impulse. You know
right.
What I mean?
Now, and why when you say you gotta understand, the you that's gotta understand, why am I responsible for that? But here's the thing, it's like a twofold, maybe a threefold I'm saying here. Why am I responsible for that? But if you saying you gotta understand, maybe I don't understand. But I can tell y'all, I do understand. So that means I gotta understand what you saying, miss, and I gotta yield. Yes. It's the Father forgive them, for they know not what they do.
For they know not what they do.
Yeah, so then I'll be honestly sometimes frustrated with the Father. Because I don't need to know this.
I understand that. And listen.
And I gotta be responsible.
Yes. Yes.
Now I gotta build more. I gotta learn more. I gotta accept more. I gotta balance more.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yes. Hey, listen, he said if you want to be like me, you got to pick up and follow the cross. Carry the cross. Ooh. You know what I mean? And to carry the cross is a weight to bear. You know what I mean? You have to endure humility. Yes. You have to endure being spit on, kicked at, talked about, disrespected. you got to think Jesus was the type of person who did marvelous things in front of people that witnessed it, and those same people still crucified him, and yet he still died for the people who he knew were going to crucify him.
And say so, because how do I, as a mother, because I know God and I know Jesus, I know Father God, I know Jesus, Son of God, man God in the flesh himself, and the Holy Trinity. So when I can say I got a child, it's like Judas.
Yeah, but you would have to experience it. If you say that you want to be like God, if you say that you want to pick up, if you want to be a Christian, if you want to be a God-fearing person, you're going to have to endure some long suffering. See, everybody wants the goodness that come with God, but none of us want to endure the long suffering.
There you go. And that's when I like how that you said that, because the long suffering, see, you hear the suffering. When we think suffering, it's in the negative. It's never on the positive. It's a debit. It's not a credit.
Yes.
The long suffering is not always a debit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Your perspective about it.
Yes, ma'am. Also, it's a verse. It says, "How many times can I forgive how much time must I forgive my brother?" He says 70 times 7 in one day. It means your brother can, or your brother, sister, daughter can commit 77 different wrong you that many times in one day, and you still have to forgive.
That's right. I mean? And the ultimate beauty in what I've experienced, because to really, for me as a mom, to succumb and say, I gotta let it go. I gotta let one go. Right. You gotta go. Right. And it's a tragedy to me.
Yes, ma'am.
It pains my heart.
Life is a spiritual warfare.
But now I'm held accountable of the understanding and what Mr. has wrapped up into all he said of that letting go. Let them go. Yes, I'm held accountable because I know more than what they know. Absolutely. And that ain't easy either.
So when you know more is required.
There you go. Hallelujah.
When you have less is required. When you have much is required.
That's right. So to wrap this up for me and introduction, I thank you for extending this presence for me, because January 9th is my birthday.
Yes, ma'am.
And this year, because I proclaimed this year, I will not be when 2026 come in, I was proclaiming this in 2025. And for the rest of my life, until God calls for my life off this earth, I will not be on the roller coaster ride. I'm going to be very specific about me, and I might have to sacrifice or feel like it's a sacrifice in ways that I don't ever want.
Yes, ma'am.
But I have to do it if it shows its face to me that I have exhausted all measure that I have thought of, even whether in the spirit and some in the flesh. I got to let go.
Listen,
so I'm going to stay. Go ahead. Say it.
Listen, I don't mean to cut you off, but
it's okay, because this is good. Y'all know I don't mind to cut off.
Yeah,
it's intellectual.
I have to interject for what you just said. Like, it's okay to be a little selfish with you. If mama ain't right, how can I be in a good space for my children? If you were on an airplane and it was going down, you got to put the oxygen mask on you first before you can help your child.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. So that's the journey I'm on, that I was proclaiming. I can't do this wrong, because also for me, it's a lot of cost that lies on me, a lot of stagnation that comes. I can't do this because I'm stuck in this trauma of family imbalances. Now I can't show up for art for change, or I can show up, but I'm not so inspired as I know God has shown me that He has for me. Right. I gotta stop. So it showed its head. Oh, well, I guess, I asked for the proclamation. I said, and there go the demons coming after me. I'm done. Also, I realized profoundly, for the first time in my life, every year that the new year comes in, I turn a new year.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not saying, and of course, I know I'm not the only human being. There's plenty for the month of January. But literally, what I found for me, when the new year come in, it's just a few days, a little more than a few days after that I turn a new year.
Right.
Ooh, thank you. Hallelujah. I get it. That's it.
All right, be you, man.
And there you have it.
There you have
There
it.
you have it.
Before we get into the topic of discussion tonight, be you, man. Talk about your week, man. How you been, brother?
My week. Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I don't think we never had a my week started off.
We had an episode from the New Year, I think, didn't we?
Well, my New Year for New Year, I ain't doing anything like Christmas either. New Year's.
Well, you were in Vegas still. Christmas, you weren't with your family. You didn't get to. Did you get to go home?
No, neither one.
Yeah.
I was home Vegas New Year's Eve. It was just it was too much. Too much going on. Like, nah.
Yeah,
Vegas
that sounds like
you crazy.
But you know what you sound like saying it like that, like it's just extremely different from you. It kind of reads into to ask, you've never been away from your family at Christmas time, which I say Christmas time. That's what it kind of sounds like.
Often. That don't have to happen.
Yeah, you're like, I don't even know what to call it.
And I went to work the next day, so it was pointless.
Okay.
After that, I caught up on sleep. Actually, I actually caught up on sleep the weekend.
A few days, right?
Talking about sleep, nigga. But I was in the hospital, bro. I was in the hospital. I had like fucking a lot of shit going on. And then, so, I went there Saturday, I think it's Saturday morning or right after the afternoon. I went, I was like, all right, let me go. They gave me a little treatment shit. Sent me back in the lobby. I'm thinking I'm like going in the room to chill. They sent me back in the lobby. So I'm sitting there with this fucking mask on my face. So they come back. I go do the x-ray, whatever. And they say, because I'm already in my head. I work Monday, so I was like, okay, they can keep me overnight or whatever. So I'll chill, for a little bit. So she was like, we're gonna admit you for the night, for the IV, do all this work stuff. So she come back with the x-rays and like other than the other shit going on, she's like, yo, you got fluid like on your lungs, which causes for like pneumonia and acute bronchitis. And it's the same treatment. So they gave me treatment for both on top of that. And so they do all the whatever the fuck they gotta do again. I was high as hell actually. Best high I ever had. But for real. So they did all that, and they did all that. So I'm like,
what was you high on? What's the best high? What was you high on?
It's a step above morphine. And if you know what morphine is, it's stronger than that.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Because they asked me my pain. Hold up. I wanted to go to sleep because I was in pain. So I was like, yo, it's like a 20. It's like 1 out of 10. It's not like a 20. So yeah, they sent me to the 6th floor, which is what the people were dying. So I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? But they have no rooms available. So yeah, they stuck me and I couldn't eat nothing for like the rest of the night. So they fed me through the IV and everything. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go home in the morning. And the doctor was like, no, we have to monitor you for like 72 hours, which is until Tuesday. And I got inspections Monday and Tuesday. So yeah, that sucked. But then, it was worth it. And it actually felt good getting healed.
Just one other question. Did you come home with the pain medic or the comfort medication that kept you so high? Did you come home with it?
Yeah, you owe some shit.
Send it back. Send it back.
Shit.
Don't do it.
No, but look, listen, like like I said, they put me on the 6th floor because they was out of space. And 6th floor, like, are people like, this is it, So I'm looking at it, it's like, yo. So
that's good. That's your will to live.
Yeah, but so they do whatever they gotta do. I gotta use the bathroom. I hop out the bed, the shit's still in my arm, so I gotta roll it. So I hop out the bed, right? Nigga, the bed start ringing because they got an alarm. Cause they're not supposed to move unchaperoned, bro. That's crazy.
Oh,
And so
man.
it start ringing, but I got to piss. And it didn't tell
They're
me.
not supposed to move unchaperoned, or you not supposed to move unchaperoned.
Hello.
They're not supposed to move.
I was on that floor though. Like that floor, you got it. Everybody has to have like an iron with them. And then so I'm taking the piss, and the lady comes in and she's like, "Yo, I don't know if they didn't tell you, but you can't just get out the bed like that. You have to ring the fucking bell." And then so I'm like, okay. Then I wake up at like 3 a.m., bro. Lying thinking. And I did it again.
I did it again.
Wait.
Bro, because it's like muscle memory. Nigga, I gotta go. I just hop out the bed.
May I interject?
Come on.
We heard about part of this, through our chat between Art for Change. And I decided, I didn't hear nothing because BU let us know his status. I'm in the hospital, like, what? Well, surprised. But then a couple of days, keep us posted. I don't hear nothing. So I check in. Eventually, when he responds and stuff he's saying, what he just told y'all, the monitor, I just found it I found humor in it. Because BU can't be you. Excuse me, y'all. I've been battling, I don't know, poor health right now. Cold flu's going around. But he can't be you. He can't be the problem child. He can't exercise being you. He locked down and strapped down with alarms. I said, what?
That shit was, I never seen nothing like that. And then I went back to work like after those 3 days, I went back to work next because you know how it is. Nigga, they gotta work. They gotta get this money.
Yeah, so the alarm is gone. You got monitors on you or something?
No, it ain't my bad.
How you feel, after all of that? How do you feel?
I feel good. Yes, I came home with some medication, so yeah. But I feel good. Feel like 87%. Like 87. Yeah, like 87.
Nah, I'm like 87%.
Can you tell us what happened? I mean, I don't want to, I'm not pressing to dig
I'd rather
deep.
just keep this show going. I literally told you.
I mean, is it a change in environment? You know what I'm saying? Did you get your diagnosis of what it is for you to be on the road for better health?
What the lung thing? Yeah, that's like it's from hot to cold. I'm in the desert, so.
Adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah, I get hot and cold like in one day.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, the lungs is something else for humans, even for the mammals.
Yes.
Let's get it, man.
Well, we're glad you're here. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that we're here together. Be you.
Okay.
No, right. Hey, so listen, tonight we're gonna it's Therapeutic Thursday. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a therapeutic session. We're gonna talk about these two videos that I'm gonna play for the listeners and the viewers. And for the people who are actually get to watch live, I get to actually physically see the video. For the people who are going to be listening to the audio version, y'all will be able to hear. But a lot of us have already heard about the ICE shooting in Minneapolis. So we're going to watch two news clips from there, and then we're going to discuss it. Sounds good. Without further ado, let's pull this up.
Return now to Nicole Skanga, who's got the latest on the investigation into the shooting that sparked those protests Matt was just covering. Nicole, good evening to you.
Good evening, Tony. That sweeping federal law enforcement presence here in Minneapolis is growing even bigger. CBS News has learned that more than 200 U.S. Customs and Border Protection personnel are now in the Minneapolis area, bringing the total number of DHS federal agents to roughly 2,400, with DHS considering sending hundreds more.
The federal agent who fatally shot a woman Wednesday morning in South Minneapolis belonged to a specially trained tactical ICE unit. Multiple sources confirmed to CBS News. Jonathan David Ross has served at ICE for over a decade and is based in Minneapolis. During an ICE operation last summer in nearby St. Paul, video shows Ross being dragged by a suspect during an attempted arrest. These images from court documents show his injuries, requiring 33 stitches. While this latest incident is barely 24 hours old, top officials have already weighed in.
She was trying to ram this guy with her car. He shot back. He defended himself.
This was an act of domestic terrorism.
I found it, to be honest, the department's official statement and the secretary's statements were really irresponsible.
John Sandwig is the former acting director of ICE.
Candidly, it defeats the entire purpose of the investigation.
Will this investigation be viewed as credible by the public?
I think there are going to be large segments of the public who don't view this as credible. I don't blame them.
In cases like this, state and federal agencies work through the investigative process together. Today, the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension says they were informed by the FBI that state prosecutors would not have access to the investigation.
Minnesota must be part of this investigation. These are
Concerned about the growing surge of personnel here with no de-escalation in sight. They say it's not a matter of if there is another incident on the streets, but when. Tony?
Hey, Christina.
Yeah.
That was video one. I'm going to show y'all video two. Video two is from an eyewitness, from the person who was actually there and who got the video that people have seen. This was her video. She was interviewed on CNN. So we better play that for you now.
Of the shooting, speaking out tonight, her name is Emily Heller. She lives on the street where the shooting happened, and she filmed video that we have here just now to share with you out front. It shows the chaos immediately after Renee Nicole Good was shot and killed by that ICE agent in Minneapolis hours ago. We're going to play it for you. I do want to warn you that it is graphic.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
Hey, listen, we understand. We got EMS coming, and I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor. You caught butter in the face. You killed my neighbor. How do you show up to work every day? How the do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors. You're stealing my neighbors. What the man?
Emily Heller is out front now, who you heard there and filmed that in that horrifically traumatic moment. So, Emily, I know you live there. This is your street. This is your home. And you're inside your house. You hear all of this commotion. Everything is starting to happen. Okay, can you tell me what happened then? You hear everything. You come outside, and then what?
I hadn't even gotten dressed. I was making breakfast. I went out, I heard the commotion. I heard whistles, which is a common sign of ICE is nearby. And I went out onto my front porch. I didn't even have shoes on. And within 60 seconds, everything had already gone down. But there was an ICE convoy that seemed to be stuck. And then there was a protester who was blocking traffic so they couldn't progress. And she was totally peaceful. And ICE, it seemed completely unorganized. They didn't really know what they were doing. They were screaming at her to move, move, move. And then they approached her vehicle aggressively and tried to open her door. And then that's when she got spooked, and she reversed her vehicle to turn her wheels to try to escape. And that's when an ICE agent stepped in front of her vehicle and said, "Stop." And then, I mean, she was already moving, and then point blank shot her through her windshield in the face.
I can't imagine what it was to see that, Emily. The way that you are laying this out, though, I just want to repeat and make sure that I'm clear, and please correct me if I say anything wrong. You're saying that what you saw was disorganized ICE, but then when they tried to get her to stop, she got spooked. She reversed her car to turn her wheels to get away, and that was when the officer stepped in front.
They were telling her to leave. They were telling her to move, and then all of a sudden they were seemed like they were trying to get her. So they were telling her to move, and then in a split second they were saying they were trying to get her out of the car. So it was like she was trying to move once they were trying to get in her car. She was of course she wanted to leave at that point. They were extremely aggressive. Yeah,
she would have been scared, obviously. You know, President Trump, as you know, posted a video saying that it's lucky the ICE agent was alive. And I just want to be clear, the ICE agent is walking afterwards, and we know that from anything that he had in the hospital, he's fine and he's out. But President Trump posted.
Stood there.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you're going to say about what he did afterwards.
Oh, he just stood there. The other ICE agents surrounded him. He was obviously spooked too. I mean, they seem like children. They seem like untrained people. And so that agent was obviously spooked because he had just killed someone, and it was very obvious to everyone who had witnessed it all that she would not make it. And so they kind of gathered around him, and then there was a gold SUV that came, and they put him in it and got him out of there because everyone knew he had murdered someone.
So President Trump says the woman was disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer, who seems to have shot her in self-defense. He shared a video of the incident from a different angle. What's your response to that version of events?
I mean, that's the only reason why I'm here. I don't think I'm the most articulate person. I don't think that I don't want to be here, but I knew that this would be twisted and it would be self-defense, and that's absolutely not what happened. But it's just my life is forever changed from having witnessed this, and I just can't let this narrative that it was self-defense go any further, because it's absolutely not what it was. And yeah, my neighborhood, my neighbors, we're all going to be pretty traumatized from this for a long time.
When in that video that you shared with us that I just played, the 34 seconds, you know, you're obviously incredibly distraught, and there's a doctor next to you or near you. We can, you know, hear him saying, I'm a physician, I can help. And they say, no, we have our own medics. But the doctor is there offering to administer CPR, standing right there. I don't want you to have to relive what you were looking at when the horror of her death, but how did agents respond to him? Was there a speed and a desperation in trying to get any sort of assistance to her? Because it didn't sound like that from what you gave us.
Yeah, they wouldn't let him near, and they said they had their own medics that were on their way, which it was, I mean, I don't know, it was at least 15 minutes before the ambulance arrived, and then the ambulance couldn't even get through because the ICE agents had all abandoned their vehicles in the road, so the ambulance couldn't get through. So they parked at the end of the block, and about 5 paramedics came in and examined her for, I didn't see this, but they were with her for a few minutes, and then they carried her limp body away by her limbs, not even on a stretcher. Just carried her down to the end of the block where they could get a stretcher because they couldn't get through with their ambulance.
Emily, I appreciate your talking about this. I know it has to be incredibly difficult, and I think everyone understands why you're choosing to do it, to make sure people understand exactly what it is that you saw and documented, and I appreciate your being willing to do it.
Yeah, thanks.
And
Poet should have been on this one too.
And
come on up, poet. Come on up, poet. Let's talk about it. What you got, Lady Albert?
these things perplex me deeply to the core of me, like the seed of whence I come from. I don't like that the media and humanity pushes their narrative. Because whatever the narrative you want to try to push, it's a simple solution. We have to care about one another. But you're not going to ever convince me as a African-American woman, according to what America has now for years identified us as. And I'm going to give you another one, which I am, a Native American woman. You're not going to convince me by using another race to tell me about the inequalities or the disparities of what we're suffering through in our humanity, which is all culturally, whatever culture you come from. And it's very hard for me to embrace, because I did watch this before this podcast tonight. I tuned in to the headlines, and it appears to me this is a Caucasian woman.
Yes.
And when I hear other Caucasian news media pushing that narrative, when I know, well, where's the Black people that already got killed or hurt by ISIS already? And I remember one show we did, you talked about Chicago.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's that story? I haven't seen it yet. So I caution us, and I'm screaming caution to us all. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. It all is very simple. We have to care about one another. We are all accountable. Whatever that woman was doing, she should have known. You don't speed off in a car. Just the same as I tell my Black Native American children, the cops come to stop you and encounter you, don't run. Stop. How may I help you, officer? What's going on?
Let Poet have the floor.
Listen, and let me just finish this. And when the newscast, one woman, she says, oh, well, something she said that triggered me. You don't know they're exercising their authority and what they did. Well, since when the law don't exercise their authority? They have the right. 100% law, military to exercise authority. When do you listen to the authority? If there's an issue, and we do have issues amongst us as human in our humanity to listen to authority, but let us all be accountable and find the solution. But to create more chaos when they coming for someone who, or more than one someone, and you who know, I don't know if you part of the ring. Imagine if for real, as a parent, I come to your house, something's going on with my kid. And then I see somebody leaving your house. I'm telling you, no, get that person. Your whole house is shut down because something's going on with my kid being at your house. Nobody move. Nobody get hurt. Nobody move. Nobody get hurt. For real. We don't have time for that. I'm just saying, be cautious of the narrative and stop complaining and buying into the narrative, because we're all accountable for how we want to treat one another.
I feel it.
What you got for me, Poet?
Peace and love to the tribe. How y'all feeling?
All right.
What up, brother?
Good. Happy New Year, Poet.
Same to you. Oh man, y'all came in on a hot topic tonight, boy.
This podcast is on fire.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so check this. This how Lady Alva already came with that fire and hit on a lot of good points. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm I'm gonna run through real quick the speech that I just did earlier. I got asked last minute to speak at the protest earlier that was in downtown Durham. So I'm gonna run that back, you feel me, real quick, just so y'all, because it hit on in the realm of some of the things that Lady Alva was hitting on too, and in the realm of having to do it, like kind of I had time to do it, but in the realm of having to like really like, you know what I'm saying, get to it, it really like I grounded in just like a real place, you feel me, like kind of where I'm feeling at in this moment. And so on January 7th, you know, ICE murdered this woman in cold blood. I've seen the video, you know what I'm saying? You just showed the video, a couple different videos. Just as I've seen the countless videos and imagery of men, women, and children being slain at the hands of police officers, sheriffs, and all manner of federal agents. This situation, in fact, happened less than a mile from where George Floyd was slain. In case you feel me, folks didn't know that. I have not grown desensitized. It sickens me in the deepest part of my spirit each and every time one of us becomes a new hashtag or a headline. Where does the cycle end? We pull out our phones, we scream shame, we gather together, we chant, and then what? We wake up the next day to the next headline. Where does the cycle end? Understand that I'm way past fed up. In the last decade alone, I've woken up to more than enough hashtags. At the protest earlier tonight, one of the last times that I was even at that spot was a few years ago when we were there protesting in solidarity for Frank Clark, who was shot and killed locally by a police officer here in Durham. Where does the cycle end? All right. This situation has just happened in combination with everything else happening across our city, across our country, and across the world in this current moment has me feeling like this. And this is that you never know when your time is up. And so while I have time here, I want to use that time to break these cycles. There's a war on Black people. There's a war on brown people. There's a war on indigenous people, on poor people, etc., and those who stand with us and support us. And nobody is coming to save us. We all have stories of fighters, of warriors, of healers and liberators as we look back towards our ancestors and in antiquity. Sheriffs don't keep us safe. Police chiefs don't keep us safe. County commissioners don't keep us safe. City council doesn't keep us safe. And speaking here locally, the mayor certainly doesn't keep us safe. We keep us safe. We, those most directly impacted people of these systems. We, those that have had our birthright stolen. We that have always navigated prejudice, racism, gender bias, and a myriad of other things. We know what we need, especially to go from surviving to thriving. That's what I believe, at least. And so to ask, if you active, we need you to continue to be active because we need you out here. And if you're not active, I need you to get active in some way and get organized, whether that's getting tapped in with an organization somewhere or just educating yourself and getting organized within your own family, your own household, your own neighborhood, your own community. You feel me? But now is the time where we have to take this thing serious. That's what I got to open it up, man, because this shit heavy.
Bye.
Shit might look like, but the shit heavy.
Mm-hmm.
That was deep. Real. That shit is real. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Get active and get organized.
Mm-hmm.
That's the motto. That's the mantra going into 2026.
May I add in to just be more profound in that, and that getting active, it starts with you. You have to get active within yourself. And then if you have family and offspring and those blessings, you have to get active there. Because it's things like this that our children watch beyond the reality shows. Because when these things are reported, our children that are watching the reality shows, they're watching the reality show of this news report. And our children are coming and acting out with us because they think they have that rite of passage. It's very messy. It's very messy. The message is so distorted. And the only way to start with readjusting the distortion is to be active with yourself first and outwardly with your family.
Mm-hmm. It's a word.
I respect that. But I disagree with the notion that man has the authority to take life that they didn't give. Oh, I disagree with that.
Wait a minute, mister. I don't know if I agree with that. That man has the authority to take life it didn't give. Man has the dominion over this earth, but not every man, because if you're not according to God, God gave that kingdomship, that rulership. So if you're operating outside of him, you don't have that authority. And that's why we have chaos.
Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Even if you want to stay and speak on God, God said, "Thou shalt not kill." That's one of our 10 commandments. Right. So I say again, I think that man has the authority to take life that he didn't give. I'm never going to agree with any notion that the only way to handle it was to take someone's life. I didn't say you couldn't wound people. I didn't say you couldn't put people down. But to take someone's life, you shooting someone in the head, you know that's not a survival shot. To me, and you're trained, like, no, it's no excuse. I understand from your perspective.
I think I'm confused because you're saying man has authority. I think man is capable of anything, but I'm confused. Explain to me, because I think that's why I'm confused.
You have a badge.
I don't have the authority to kill anybody, but I am capable of doing it.
Yes, we all are capable, but that's not what I'm speaking on, ma'am. I'm speaking on people who carry a badge and are given a weapon and say that you can use this weapon to protect you, and they go above and beyond their lethal force with using their weapon. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we back in like the westerns, like cowboy time, like, you know what I mean? It feels almost like a western movie where people are just getting gunned down in the street. You know what I mean? And it's like you can't defend yourself because I'm the sheriff. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm tired of seeing that, and that's what I mean by people having authority and having protection for murdering people, like she said.
Okay. And see,
I'm clear.
I feel like we didn't have at least parts of this conversation before because, I remember us going, you feel me, having the conversation about this because under the circumstances, you feel me, respectfully, I feel the opposite because even on what Lady Alva was hitting on, you feel me, the people, our birthrights were stolen, and so the people who have assumed authority over this land and who have constructed this system, they are not the people who God has given, you feel me, the authority to rule and take care of these lands. You feel me? And so under that premise, like I said, bro, we don't even have to go back that many years, and we can literally use even the depictions that they have given us through all of the old westerns and stuff. You feel me? And going directly off of what you just said, and forgive or don't excuse my language, who the fuck is the sheriff? Back in 18, who the fuck was the sheriff? Motherfuckers would pull up, like you literally. What do they do in the westerns? They pull up 8 deep to a town and the sheriff be like, "I'm the sheriff," and they be like, "Oh, shoot you! I got your badge. Now I'm the sheriff." Like the sheriff, you feel me?
But let me interject. That premise is, poet, was about, because you have to, I'm gonna use your language. Who the fuck is the sheriff?
Right?
Who the fuck is the head? Who the fuck is in control? Who the fuck is the leader? You have to be right in your leadership. And when you have fallacies and it's like it's known, no, who the fuck are you? That's literally what. And now in the Westerns, we gonna duke it out fairly. Okay, Sheriff, let's get on the ground and turn our backs and 1, 2, 3, turn around and draw.
Look,
and that's it. Case
talk
settled.
about it.
So it's like even the boxing. I was just talking to a man who comes to my neighborhood because I live on a street that's the old school mechanic type of street. It literally is. Mechanics is out there all day, every day, every season, but working on cars. So he came because one is sick. So he came to check on his vehicle that has tools or whatever, fully loaded, just to take check. Make sure ain't no zombies trying to steal because we got them. But anyway, we were touching light on that, and we took it to the boxing type of thing. Like back when brothers fought, he was like, no, wait a minute. There's a discrepancy. Well, if y'all can't do it through communication, somebody get the boxing gloves and put them on. Y'all go. Because nobody wants to hospitalize anybody. Nobody wants to kill anybody and take anybody. We're going to settle the issue. May the best man win.
Right.
Same as the Western.
Right. Now, I got a question. The same rounds that he used to shoot that lady, he couldn't shoot her tires? He couldn't have disabled
Gang, he had fucking so much. He jumped in the way. He had time to move out of the way, gang. Fuck shooting it. Bro, like, yeah, let's not do that.
And she made a shot right, too. They say she was trying to run.
Did the woman have a weapon? Right. They call the car a weapon. Man, come on, man.
Well, this is the thing.
The car can be a weapon, but
yes,
she's trying to use it as a weapon. She backed away from them and tried to veer away.
Exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, they trying to spin it.
Sharp right.
Like, I mean, you seen the video.
We all have.
I mean, she wasn't using the car as a weapon. Nobody was in danger but her. And she the one who wound up dead. She tried to flee because she feared for her life, and now she don't have it.
If you're in a scenario amongst law officials, now I'm in my car. I don't know what's going on, but I'm in this space. I see armed officials, law.
But they were masked up.
And wait, so to me, the thing to do is to listen to what's going on here? Or what do you need me to do? I'm not going to try to get out of the scenario in my car. I'm only going to do that when it's BU, the thug, Mr. the Thug, Poet the Thug, surrounding me on the block, whatever block, with arms, and I'm looking at y'all. Y'all ain't. What the fuck y'all doing? I'm out of here. But when it comes to people with badges, and I know if I'm innocent,
did you see the badge?
Before I flee, whether foot, flight, vehicle, what's going on? What do y'all need me to do? Because I ain't got nothing to do with this shit right here. Oh, pull over. Oh, you got it. I'm pulling over. And what you gonna do? You gonna protect me when I pull? Because I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I would instruct my children to do.
Man, they'd have snatched you. You seen that? We all just watched that video. They'd have snatched your ass out of that damn car, and you might not be on this podcast tonight.
Look, no. Snatch out of the car is not comparison or not equivalent to bullets in your body and you're dead.
I'm talking about the video we just watched, though. We ain't got to make up no scenarios. We just watched 2 videos. And what the eyewitness said was that the lady was blocking the road intentionally. They knew that ICE was out there. They were blockading the road
intentionally. Why was she doing that intentionally? What's wrong with her that she would do that?
Protesting.
No, you don't do that intentionally. When you know ICE is out there, why would you do that like that?
You can't peacefully protest.
It's a way to protest. No, blocking blocking the road from law, and what they're doing is not a peaceful
But
protest.
she was waving them by. She wasn't blocking the whole road.
Okay, y'all want to give excuses. I don't
No
give excuses.
Did you see the video? She was literally waving them
I don't give excuses. And I'm telling you again, be careful of the narrative. Because another culture of another skin color want us to believe into that narrative like it's okay. When have they ever believed in us when it was one of us saying the same thing? I'm not so buying into the narrative. You got to give me something more. So,
what narrative did you think they want me to buy into?
Okay, that this white woman was blocking the road because she's protesting. We come from a legacy of protesters. Blood, sweat, and tears. Our people died protesting, even when they shouldn't have, because they were slaves. But after slave and freedom, so-called freedom, quote unquote, we had some hell of a leaders that did it. And they got beat down, incarcerated, and or killed, assassinated.
Okay.
So as a Black American woman, Native American, I don't need the projection of a white woman being attacked by ISIS to tell me, oh, no, y'all are pushing the propaganda. Because if ISIS came and attacked me, you ain't there for me. You're not pushing my propaganda. So I don't buy it. Politicians have a narrative for what they want to do. They want these people to be the illegals to be in this country. And one of the main reasons is, I'm saying it, to hold the people of color, Black people, back. Keep pushing us back. Keep pushing us back. But they bring people of color in here, let them be in here illegally, because it pushes the Black nigger slave and keeps him in him or her place. It's the same old story. So give me a better narrative for me to say, oh, I comprehend.
All right.
I get what you're saying, and especially that last part of what you said is definitely true. But and what I do understand is different perspective in different areas and different experience as well too, though, you feel me? But for like me, I've been active and on the ground for the last decade, you feel me, like in community and doing work. And even in regards to the last year or so with all of this escalated stuff and shit, you feel me, I can say the exact opposite, you feel me, like around here and shit, you feel me, it don't matter what, you feel me, like we intentionally, you feel me, but we have been intentional about relationship building with each other, eating meals with each other, you feel me, like being with each other, white, Black, Chicana, you feel me, like Indian, like whatever race or title, whatever anybody is, you feel me? So, and not just explicitly but I'm saying even more so when situations are popping up, we are showing up for each other, you feel me? So like even this situation itself, like I said, well, it wasn't no white people, you feel me, that spoke at the protest tonight. It wasn't no white people that organized the protest tonight, you feel me? We did this shit. Why? Because we've been organizing protests every other time this shit has happened too. Because we've been, like I said, we've actually been active in shit, you feel me? And so this isn't a different situation. And even by way of my speech and all of the different connections and intersections, you feel me, that's what I was trying to bring across, you feel me? And that's what I did bring across. I literally started off by saying, yeah, you feel me, this woman was murdered and I witnessed this video just like all of the other videos and shit, you feel me? Immediately connecting this shit to what I need to connect it to for my narrative, the true narrative and shit, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
And I feel you on that, and I'm not disagreeing with you, because we all have different perspectives, but I like to be in the truth of all those perspectives. That's what I reach for. Your perspective, his perspective, her perspective, and reach for the truth of it. And I just see over and over again, it's just mass confusion. You understand? We have to take care of ourselves first before we start to take care of anyone else. And isn't that the golden rule of thumb, even in the family foundation? I gotta love me first before I love you, or know how to love you. If I'm not loving me right, how can I love you right? Be
Right.
careful of the
I
narrative.
mean, I have no argument with that.
Mm-hmm. You was about to go.
I mean, lady, I'm gonna say everything. I ain't got. I don't know, bro.
What's your perspective, man? What you think about
Yeah,
the
just
video?
how you. Yeah, just how you feel in general. It's even immediate responses.
I mean, y'all. I mean, y'all said everything, but
No, no, how it make you feel.
me.
Yeah.
That's the
I
military,
didn't really
man.
know
Let's
about
hear
this
it.
until. I didn't really see the video. I never seen the video until just now on there, and like I said, she was in a wrong, possibly, just for being there and doing whatever she was doing. You said cutting the road off, protesting, but she didn't deserve to die.
No
Second of
one
all,
does. Right.
yeah, she didn't deserve to die at all. She was making that sharp turn, and when it shows the other angle too. The fucking what is it? ICE is being ignorant, trying to be badass, thinking he going. People act like they can't get ran over. Third of all, the fucked up part with the doctor, it's kind of fucked up, and that's what caught me the most. And I know it's probably, I don't know if it's law that you can't help if you're like physically qualified, but yeah, that's a fucked up part too. But other than that, y'all done said everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you hit on
know, when chaos is happening, cease yourself so you don't add more chaos into what's chaotic. Wrong, right, or indifferent. That's the wiser thing to do because you don't carry arms. You don't have a badge of the law. And let us remember that whether you have a badge of the law or you don't, whatever you have, we're all human beings and we all have fallacies. And especially when today's world has escalated to the extreme that we are killing our babies, our children, and our elderly like it's nothing. What do you think? A person with a badge has more than what you have? We're all human beings. They have private lives. They live this life. You don't know what's going on, just the same as you. When you slip up, oops, I done fucking killed my wife. Or oops, I done killed my husband. Because they didn't get out the way. Or they wanted to get out the way and I said don't. We got to look at it realistically on a humanity level. And understand that. No one is above the other. No matter what kind of degree, badge, paper, whatever it is you have. And I'm going to tell y'all, to the world, only way you can say I may be and I can practice being above another of humanity is when I am wrapped up in the armor of God. If you operating off the flesh, oh shit, watch out, everybody.
All right, mister.
All I know is if you see me in the grave, just know 2 officers in the grave with me. That's all I got to say.
No, wait, officers, what kind of officers?
Whoever, because I ain't going out like that.
No, that's why I say no way, and you shouldn't be. You poet East Wizard. You hear your name? No way.
Crystalina what? Okay. Got mine. Had mine out there tonight.
But chilling. Hey, listen, but impacts on violence. How do exposure to violent events like this recent shooting affect your mental health in the community? And what therapeutic strategies could help?
The exposure to violence is an explosion to your brain. And it makes it more difficult to choose which way do I go, George? What do I allow my humanity, my being, absorb? And beware of what you allow yourself to absorb, because it can become part of you like a leech on you. And now you're operating in that same aspect. Get rid of these reality shows. And most of them is black people tearing each other up. Get rid of that. Get rid of a lot of that, whether it's on YouTube or wherever it is, where we are just disgracing and attacking like that's the thing to do to solve situations, trials, and tribulations.
That's a good question. Go on, you got it.
Oh yeah. I don't think it gets easier, or I don't even think you could get used to it. It has a big impact, especially even in this video. That lady was very, very passionate about her neighbor, and she was standing on business about her neighbor, and that's gonna mentally fuck her up like forever. She even said it in the thing, like it's gonna fuck up our whole street, because you could tell they were a close community, and I don't know if that's something you could get used to. Any strategy for that? Therapy. Therapy is that's the best strategy. For
everybody
real,
go to the building, right?
Hey, that's the best strategy for a lot of stuff. And
group sessions. Yeah.
You do what the poet is doing. And like you said, group sessions. Like, hey, those are the best strategies. Talk about it. That's therapy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hold that shit, man. It ain't healthy.
Yeah,
honestly,
and be in the environment of things that are transpiring or people's pain and their traumas. Listen and be in those spaces. Like I'm thinking, Missy, you said when I'm going to the space where for mothers, peer support who have lost their children to gun violence. And it's not all about a law official gunned them down, a civilian gunned them down. Right. And Missy, you said you would love to experience that. Right. You have to in order to gain the proper perspective. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Speaking on roles of narratives, in what ways can storytelling be used as a therapeutic tool for individuals processing trauma for such events?
Ask the question again, please.
In what ways can storytelling be used as a therapeutic tool for individuals processing trauma in this certain event?
Storytelling is it? Oh, go ahead, poet.
You got it.
Okay, thank you. Storytelling is important. We come from, as Black folks, a culture. Culturally, storytelling was foundational. Our great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, whatever, whoever we got to meet on that lineage, but they passed the stories down. So we have the information from their experience, and then we can take that and apply it to our lives and our experience. And sometimes it's okay that their experience was enough. I don't even have to think no further about it. That's the tool that's going to be substantial for me to move through my life. So, and then you tell a story telling authentically, and you leave it to each his own, but make sure there's wisdom and knowledge. Let's not tell a story as these stories are told also today through the news, like it's throwing daggers. It's a narrative to push you to think the way they want. And I'm sorry. Only way I'm going to do that, and I even have been rebellious, me too, BU being the problem child, considered in my family.
Hey, hold the fuck up.
That from the storytellers in my family, I needed to find out for myself. But if I'm going to humble myself, I'm going to humble to the people that I know is my bread and butter, that loves me, that provides for me. Not to the people further I got to fact check. I got to see. I got to dig a little deeper. Because there's a record from whence all of us come from. So when you're storytelling, let's do it full of wisdom and knowledge and give that experience and what could be overcome from your experience. Because I did this wrong, but this is what I learned you could do better. Let's not group each other and throw with angst and not like that's okay. Like, the fuck you talking about, bro? What the fuck? No, let's not do that.
Facts.
What you was about to say, Poet?
The simple answer is
You ain't got no simple answer, Poet. How you got a simple answer? But let's hear it.
now I'm gonna make it even more
intrigued.
simple.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, ask the question again.
Oh, the question was, in what ways can storytelling be used as a therapeutic tool for individuals processing trauma from certain events, such like this one?
Okay, I can't make it simple because I was going somewhere else with it. But fuck it, I'm gonna still answer the question the way I want to answer it. Storytelling, and I didn't get to answer the last question anyway. But storytelling, because when when you ask that question like that, what it made me think. It's a couple of people's stories like that. The neighbor, the woman who we saw, you know what I'm saying, who those stories are important, you know what I'm saying? When I'm like, shit, the most important person and shit, you feel me? They ain't here to tell their fucking story. You know what I'm saying, right? And so as far as therapeutic, you feel me? It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Again, now that's why I'm taking, you feel me? This is what I like to be, you know what I'm saying, as real as I can about certain situations. It ain't nobody that should be, it ain't nobody that's hurting more than that woman's husband, her mother, you know what I'm saying, the people who are immediately around her, you know what I'm saying. And so by that circumstance, I ain't never been in that particular circumstance, so I can't necessarily speak to what type of storytelling might do for her husband or for her child or for you know what I'm saying, like that's a different type of situation. But where I was going with it originally was just the fact that, like, how Lady Alva was talking about the narratives, you feel me, like storytelling immediately is going to either, and I'm gonna say it like this with hope, wishful thinking, you feel me, storytelling is almost immediately either gonna you feel me, potentially be able to get us a charge of some sort, or immediately another officer just got away with a free kill. That's what storytelling is doing in this instance, you feel me, with this situation directly. You know what I'm saying? Like Lady Alva said, these narratives and what the news that's why that first clip was hilarious. I'm like, it immediately showed us, oh, this is what the hell they trying to push. And shit, you feel, we literally all just watched the same video. We literally all just watched the same video and the same angle, and this is what they have the audacity to try to say and shit, you feel me, is the situation and try to trick us out of our own eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
They said he was ran over.
Yeah, they said he was ran over, like hey, like what?
Viciously ran over.
Yeah. And so just to dip back real quick to the first question, just what I wanted to say was, in terms of the violence and what seeing violence, how that might have effects, like it's there's a thing coming up for me about, okay, what's the difference between, and it's not the whole point, but it's like, what's the difference between somebody who got a gun, somebody who got a gun and has gone and who goes to the range, and somebody who been shooting guns since they was 12. You know what I'm saying, right? So because I immediately, just respectfully, you feel me, disagree to the notion, and that's why I said in my speech, personally, I have not become desensitized to the violence. You feel me, and to these things. You feel me, but no. I know. So you feel me? No. I know some hidden. No, I know some people who wouldn't think twice about busting your head. You know,
Yeah,
you should never.
We should never be desensitized.
Yeah, I'm gonna think 2 or 3 times at a minimum. You know what I'm saying before you know what I'm saying. But no, I still, yeah, and we all do. We all still know, yeah, they won't think twice. You feel me about busting somebody's head for real. You know what I'm saying. And so, and a lot of different is like what is it? What does it look like for somebody who grew up with domestic violence, having to see, you feel me, their mom getting beat on or something, you feel me? How does that affect them? Like how does, I you know what I'm saying? Directly to this, it's like we've seen so many. Oh, this is what I wanted to get at too, to drive the point home. And this specifically for Mr. and BU. Think about when we were kids, what did we have to do to see a dead body on the internet? You remember we was basically hackers or code breakers. You used to have to go to a secret.
You can't just Google
it. You feel me? Yeah, we used to have to go to a secret black web, like first, you feel me, secret black website and click on like several links to get to. You feel me?
And why do you think that was like that? Poet?
No, but this what I'm saying. And so now we can just literally open up Instagram, open up TikTok, go on YouTube, go on. You feel me? It's and it's something that I just watched the other day. They used to have the term to say that sex sells, but now they saying it's rage sells. You feel me? And bro had broke down he was like, and it started with Trayvon Martin. It started with Trayvon Martin. You notice how Instagram and all of it went from the BBLs and the breast to
I'm gonna go back a little further. Just to, I think I'm gonna say correction, and I could be wrong. Y'all tell me. It goes back to where can we all just get along? What was his name? L.A. The cops beat the crap out of him.
Oh, Rodney King.
There you go. Rodney King. It starts from there. Like that was significant for the culture then and moving forward, because it already happened before Rodney King.
Yep.
Martin Luther King and his right hand man and all of them went through that, and the black people that went along with him in those marches. But Rodney King was significant, and he said it. Can we all just get along? And everybody was dumbfounded. Even we were. What? Oh, it's that. But we realized that's magnificent. He said, can we all just get along? We still haven't learned that, to get along. The lesson is repeating.
Absolutely. On
that 1 second. Take note on that. Rodney King didn't lose his life from that beating. He survived it. To still, furthermore, in his journey in his life, to still preach, or just that one statement. Can we all just? He had nothing to give. Almost like every interview, he was just. Can we all just get along? Like, what do y'all want from me? That's all he had to give.
All right.
It's
all right.
Thanks.
Now, I know we said therapy. What are some non-professional ways to support somebody directly affected by violence?
Really got to be a listener. Yeah, it's something about to say the same thing. Yeah, you got to be a listener, you know. So like I was just saying, especially in a situation where you might not have an experience, but you know that you want to, you know what I'm saying, be there for somebody, support somebody. You really have to be patient, not necessarily be too pushy. You know what I'm saying? And really just kind of be willing to just to be open and to stick through, you know what I'm saying, whatever with them, and to really, you know what I'm saying, listen. It'll definitely be easier if it's somebody who, you know what I'm saying, who you're more versed with, you know what I'm saying, somebody who you're around every day, so to speak, you know what I'm saying. So it's like you could even pick up on their nonverbal language or their body language and different things as well. And even just be able to, you know what I'm saying, even just make it an intention that, oh, I'm gonna cook their favorite meal tonight, or to pull up with they, you know what I'm saying, whatever, just things to kind of keep them in a good mood, or to take their mind off of things, or, you know what I'm saying, some of that stuff as well.
Yeah.
Hey, just to piggyback off that listener thing, and silence can be loud too, because sometimes I just want to sit there with that energy in the room, and I don't even want to talk, but I want you to leave. You know,
silence is storytelling too.
Yeah, silence can be
I'm
loud.
there.
Yeah.
So,
real shit.
I like that. I like that.
But today's world, they don't understand silence. I see it in my own kids. Well, definitely one of them. They think silence is like you're miserable. I've literally heard one of my children tell me that. Oh, you stay to yourself. You're miserable. Because I'm silent and say to myself, she don't understand. But that's the loudness of today's world and that narrative. Everybody got to be a superstar. Everybody looks beautiful and slick. Everybody's a goddamn supermodel, and you ain't never walk a one way in your life. And even if you had an opportunity, they just said no, thank you. You understand? Silence is golden. It is a hell of a storyteller.
How do you think incidents like this and other incidences may escalate tensions between civilians and law enforcement, ICE agent, border patrol, things of that nature, military professionals?
Well, I hope people goddamn get active for real and shit, you feel me, and turn up so that I can really get active and turn up, you know what I'm saying? Not like too early. Look at me trying to fucking trying to fucking make goddamn abolition and liberation all fucking dramatic and fucking planned out and shit. But nah, but like on a serious note, it's like literally yesterday and even at a point today and shit in little text message and threads, like, I've been having a lot of moments where it's like I've just been talking to myself and having to check in and be like, hey, yo, this is real life. Like, just reminding myself, like, yes, this ain't a dream. This ain't you are living and breathing, and the shit that you are seeing with your eyes is like this shit is happening. Yes, that woman just got her head blown the fuck respectfully. You feel me? Yes, like that just happened. You feel me? Like, and it's
We're taking a moment.
There are a lot. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who are just in this place. That's the only way that I can like say it or describe it in this instance. There are a lot of people who are in this place, and it's like there's a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? There's a breaking point, and man, it ain't. And I ain't just. I'm talking about with everything going on around the world right now, bro. It ain't but so many of us that they can kill before that switch really flips, and everything that everybody thought that they knew or thought that how they were going to react or thought, you feel me, all of that shit is out the window, and everybody realized like, oh, it's game time for real. If we don't take this shit, you feel me, we're gonna have another goddamn 500 years of this shit, 6,000 years of this shit. Whatever cycles, you feel me, people want to put on the timeline and shit, you feel me? Yeah, it ain't going. The window of opportunity isn't going to stay open forever, because them evil ass fucking people will figure out how to fucking keep us in a loop again, and how to re-domesticate us again, and how to fucking how to keep making us slaves over and over again until we fucking say we've had enough. And there's a lot of people that's in that space where it's like just of understanding that, like, man, we can, like, this our shit, but yet, and things that we've always known, it's like, bro, we really letting the few, you know what I'm saying, rule over the many. And it's like I said, it ain't but so much time. It ain't but so much time. You feel me?
Mister, ask that question again when Poet is finished. I'm sorry, Poet.
No, you good. You good. I was just about to close and say, yeah, especially if, and exactly like how they said in the video. Now it's not a situation of if something happens again. It's about when it happens again. But now it's additionally about all of the circumstances around and shit. You feel me? How the next time it happens, or I don't even want. I'm not trying to project, but it's just like, people, man. And the more that, the closer the things hit the home, the more that people are going to activate. That's all I'm going to say.
Get active.
The question was, how do you think tension is going to rise between civilians and like military professionals after this?
No, that was the question. Wow.
Yep.
I'm taking in so much I can't keep track in my brain. Okay, so, and I don't mean to question you as if you're wrong. That's, as I said, I'm taking in this show that we're here. I can't keep track in my brain because it's really deep and it's a lot. Look, we're all accountable for ourselves. I'm no longer a child. So I'm accountable for myself and no one else is accountable for me. So I have to navigate the best way, the most reasonable or knowledgeable or wisdom way for me to be okay. Knowing what I see before me that's going on in this life that I still exist in. And as it's escalating, with our great fallacies towards and amongst one another. So it's always about the solution. Once you start to make the decision or act in a way, your response is a reaction to what is wrong coming at you. You're still in the wrong. You're in the wrong too. Because you're only accountable for yourselves, just as that person who's coming at you is accountable for themselves. There's always a better way out. And we must practice that. We must get to know that and understand that. And stop pointing the finger and blaming one another, because that's nothing but keeping chaos at toe. We can do that all day, every day.
I respect that. What do you think is the public sentiment towards ICE right now?
They hate him.
They hate ICE. Well, that's what BU says. I'm not gonna disagree with that. I can't say I would use a strong word, but it does appear, from what I've listened to and watched, that they do have hate in their hearts, and that is the key problem. You should not have hate in your heart about no humanity. Once you start to feel that and you are generating that energy outward from you, and it's going to come out even if you try to conceal it, it causes more chaos. The key is understanding. What are you hating? A law force that has a job to do. So are you hating them, or are you hating the system that we buy into, that we vote for, that some of us don't vote for because we refuse to, So you're not making any change. So what are you hating? You're hating
Both.
me? Yeah, it's chaos.
Hey,
Change comes from implementing change.
hey,
Speaking
I
up.
know what it change if hey, I can't even say that. Yeah, hey, yeah, I know what it change if people got active for real. I know what would change, and that's the end of the story. Can't nobody tell me no different. Nobody can tell me no different.
But right, and I agree with you. But we've been active. Our culture, we come from activism. So how should we be active today? You can't be active with hate in your heart.
All
You
I'm
have to be
saying
active
is,
with love in your heart to implement the change.
all I'm
And I
saying
have to
is,
say, and then we have it, art for change, baby.
nah, fact. Nah, big fact. But all I'm saying is the same way that you saying, yeah, we all made choices. You feel me? Listen, I'm not gonna play the games with that shit. Every law enforcement officer in the world made a fucking choice. You feel me?
Right.
Motherfuckers know what they signed up for, and if they didn't, damn it, they do now. Because there's plenty of them who found out what they signed up for and they fucking left. So anybody who stayed, guess what? You made another fucking choice.
Yeah.
You explicitly know what you signed up for. I do not have no mercy for you. Respectfully, yes, I hate fucking law enforcement. Yes, I hate them.
Okay, well, Poet, I have compassion for them and I have empathy for them because I look at it this way. I became a mother because I chose. I didn't have a problem with that. Something I had a desire for whenever it happened. I didn't plan no pregnancy. You know, it happened. I congratulate it. I accept it. It's a blessing. But as a parent, your children, even before your children, your family can push you to levels to where you be like, I'm murderous. Y'all might have heard of me. That's in the mind. You understand? And then some of my actions maybe can depict that, oh, she might be able to reach there. But all of us can't. But my actions, I can understand you saying that because of an action of me, you can see the signs. You can see the writing on the wall. That it's just another couple of whatever steps. So with that being said, why are we hating law enforcement? They're, again, human beings just like us. They have more at toe in their hand and responsibility than the average civilian that is just living life, having a family. They get to see the whole world almost in their city. They get to see every pocket and aspect of humanity, along with they have their own families. That's a lot to take in. That's an explosion to your brain. And sometimes, just like as parents with your children, I'm at a point, my brain, I don't know what to do with y'all, what to say anymore. Everybody getting fucked up right now. Fuck it. Make the next move. I don't care. That's, so if you think about it that way and equate that to a law official that has exposure to life in the world, it becomes complicated. When you see people that don't care about themselves, don't care about their own family, and a law person got to show up, you done killed your child? We sending messages. Why the fuck should I care about you if you don't care about your own self? I'm coming to do my job. I don't want to hear your story. And that's that. And guess what? I can do that because I got the badge to do it. The same as a parent. It's complicated.
What you got, mister?
But that don't sound like you moving with love, though.
No, it is love. No. It's the reality, mister. It's the reality. But now you got to figure out the balance to stay in the love. That's what's so complicated with all that reality, to keep yourself there, because you're really starting to look at the world out. Where's the love? as a parent, sometimes I don't. Well, I know my children love me. I know I love them, and I know they love me. But sometimes you be like, well, what you say to me? Where's the love?
I guess I'm.
You understand?
I understand.
So blue lives matter.
So he said so. Blue lives matter.
Blue lives matter.
I'm
all
with
lives
BU
matter.
on.
All
I'm not
lives
BU.
matter.
I'm with Poet
Mister.
on this one. I'm with Poet on this one when it comes to how he feel. Not so much like fuck the police, but fuck them police, but on his perspective, because like I agree with that totally, and I disagree with the notion that they made a choice. That's what he said. Like, I agree with that. I don't. How can you want me to be sympathized with you when you made a choice to do this? This is the job that you chose. You saying, oh, they got so much on their stuff. Like, I can't sympathize with them because you chose that role. Because you chose
and
that
exactly.
role.
And exactly like what you said earlier,
the fact that you chose the road as man or woman. This is my man. This is my woman. This is because my spouse. Now we have children, and then you just walking away. Whatever you're doing, that's not good. But you made the choice. We're all fallible. We all fall short of the glory of God.
But the metaphors make it different. We got to speak in actuals. What the actuality is exactly like what you said, and what you and Mr. both expressed earlier. If we all humans and we're all equal and nobody's above anybody else, but then you're speaking from a particular perspective, and Lady Alva, you said it a couple of times now, and you keep saying, but they got that badge and they got their job and they got these responsibilities, and for all of those things, hold up, and for all of those things that you stated, that is what makes them think that they are above us.
But isn't that the fallacy of human nature?
And that's what makes other people think that they're above them too. You feel me?
Well,
and for that reason, that doesn't since we're not on an equal playing field anymore, they are above us. You feel me? So we not equal. No, they're not humans like us. They're not the same type of people as us.
I just say take caution. I say that because we have to expect authority. We have to respect authority. Now, let me finish what I'm saying. You say, no, we don't. We have to respect authority. We have to respect leadership. We have to respect who's in charge.
No, we don't. I have to respect the Most High God, and that's it.
Well, He is the authority,
That's it.
and then God plants man authority
I don't have to respect
over
no
this
human.
land, and God plants man authority over his family. So be careful of that narrative. Everybody has a position. You don't get a position.
But you got to be careful of the narrative that you're pushing, trying to humanize devils. Most of law enforcement are devils. They are evil people.
Let me tell you, no.
Yes.
No. Wait a minute. I'm not humanizing devils. I can't do that because devils are demons.
You're telling everybody to give it to the authority.
No.
That's what you have stated tonight.
There's a way you deal with things. If we're pushing that narrative, we need to be cautious because our children will be pushing that same narrative when it comes to us, their parents, because they're already doing that.
That's natural. Children have always rebelled against their parents.
There's borderlines and guidelines with everything. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it, but this is your situation. This is where you come from. The same is for Black people.
That's a narrative that we shouldn't be pushing. We living in a system that was built to keep us down. Why would we submit to an authority of a system
because we have the power.
No,
because we have the power, Wizard.
No,
we have the power.
Don't submit to the authority. No.
No, I'm not saying that. We have the power, and the knowledge and wisdom is written for us to overcome. But when we don't exercise exercise it that way, we fall continuously. So our focus is not about the authority over us, knowing that humanity is fallible. We are responsible and accountable for ourselves as adults.
All I know is if adults don't get active, it ain't gonna be no world for your grandchildren. It's as simple as that.
But see, to me, for you to say that, that puts the power in the adversary's hand. The adversary has lost because God says so. God has won the war. We're just waiting for it to be manifested in our lives. So whatever adversities we have to go through, know that we have won.
Do you understand that faith without works is dead?
Because if somebody don't kill something, ain't nothing gonna win nothing.
I do. I'm exercising my words through the words of my mouth that God has put on my tongue to speak. Through experience, through faith, through action. I'm exercising that.
Respectfully.
There's a better way.
Run through the
I'm not any man's judge and jury. I have no hate for humanity. I love all humanity, wrong, right, or indifferent. And why I love? Because God loves me. And God loves all his creation. So I'm going to love the same.
There
but now, when it comes to things, then I may have to shift and wherever I don't, but I'm not going to exercise hate. And I have no authority over anyone than what God has put me responsible for.
Amen. All right. You're going to run through the fun facts and historical events for us for the album.
It's a deep conversation. I sure will. Fun facts and historical events for January 8th, 2026. 1835, the first major exhibition of American art took place in New York City. 1942, the birth of renowned artist Robert Rauschenberg, known for his innovative use of mixed media. I want to look him up. I don't know about him. 1959, the launch of the Barbican Century in London, a major arts complex. 1973, the opening of the Guggenheim Museum in New York City, designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. 1989, the unveiling of Picasso's, I might pronounce this wrong, Guernica in the U.S. got it right. And you always correct and have the right language when we mispronounce words. The worldly military man. So, in the U.S. for the first time at the Museum of Modern Art. Don't let the quiet ones fool you. Not a lot of knowledge in that brain. 1989, the unveiling of Picasso's, I'm reading again. So 1996, the first public display of Van Gogh's Sunflower in Tokyo, attracting massive crowds. 2004, the beginning of a major retrospective of Monet's works at the National Gallery in London. This is all about art. 2016, the launch of the Art Basel in Miami, showcasing contemporary art from around the globe. 2018, an important Bansky, quote unquote, or looks like piece, was revealed in London, stirring discussions on street art. I don't know that name either. Bansky. 2020, the opening of the Istanbul Biennale, featuring contemporary artists from around the world. All about art, babies.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire.
Celebrity birthdays.
Born on January 8th, David Bowie, 1947, January the 8th. Legendary musician known for his electric style, who also married Iman, the model. Elvis Presley, 1935, iconic figure in music and pop culture. Stephen Hawking, 1942, celebrated theoretical physicist whose work changed our understanding of the universe. He's awesome. Step to the left, step to the right. Kelly, 1967. That's my birth year. And he from Chi-Town, and I'm born from Chi-Town. All right. R&B singer with a controversial career.
You
I don't
said,
like that they said
twice.
that. I don't like that they put that in there. See, they just that was because of what his career became. What
He
would they
gets
have
some cake.
said?
He gets some cake right now.
Yeah. but why
Happy
they
birthday.
put that?
They finna say the
What
same
would
shit
they have?
about Diddy.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not right. Don't put ad on stuff to somebody because of what happens in their life. You know, like, come on. Talk
It
about
seems like you're ready.
Hey!
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm ready.
Dave Grohl, 1969, frontman of the Foo Fighters and former Nirvana drummer. Y'all know Nirvana. I like Nirvana. Nicolas Cage, one of my favorite actors. 1964, Oscar-winning actor known for his diverse roles. He is. Nicholas is something else. Started out like in a very comedic type of role when he started on the screen. Kim Jong-un, 1982, supreme leader of North Korea, often in the spotlight for political reasons. See, they should have said Kim Jong-un, supreme leader in North Korea, who wanted to launch the atomic or nuclear bomb on us. You know, that's an update of Kim Jong-un. But they don't. They do that with R. Kelly. You see what I'm saying? Watch the narratives. That's all I'm saying. Jared Kushner, 1981, businessman and former senior advisor in the Trump administration. A. Milne, 1882, author of the beloved children's book series featuring Winnie the Pooh. That's my favorite character from a child. Winnie the Pooh. Last but not least, Dave Weckl, 1960, influential jazz drummer known for his work in fusion music. Now, I'm very interested in him because the name don't sound black, but I have to look it up to find out. Yeah.
It's been a very good around the board conversation, and we got a diverse perspective. I love that we always have different points of views. I think that's what makes our conversation so healthy. But before we close out, we want to appreciate everybody that was tuned in, locked in with us. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on the audio version, man. So if you miss the beginning of the content, you can catch things that we have later. Hold on. I missed some of the comments, y'all. Let me catch up. What y'all feel about that?
Let's go. That's what I said. In a sense, I didn't say it that way. That's what's the name? You took it off. Chaos for you. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, most people that don't like police don't like being held accountable for things they know they are wrong. I agree. You want me to read it, or y'all gonna read it?
You don't want me to respond right now because they're gonna get mad. You sound like a sucker, Chaos. You feel me? You sound like a sucker. Because I asked what the fuck Martin Luther King,
MAGA,
Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, asked them what they would have said. The authority is the
they never
devil.
exercised and showed us hate
they would have
for
said
police.
the authority is the fucking devil. That's the end of the conversation. I ain't hearing no rebuttals. Our
That's what
ancestors
you
would have
say.
said that they was the devil, and in fact, I bet we can look it up in history, and they have said that they were.
Okay, so
Not buying
Wizard,
that.
hold on. Hold
Not
that
buying
thought,
that.
and let's do that because that's what you say. But as far as I know, historically, I have never seen or heard a depiction to where they played that narrative that they had hate for the police. Now you have another point of view, so let's exercise and do our due
Do
diligence
you know the
and come
history
back
of the
around.
police and why they was created?
Say it again.
Do you know the history of the police and why the police was even created?
Law and order, because humanity needs it.
All
And
right,
it's
so you don't know
also
the
a
history.
hierarchy.
So
It's
you don't
also
know
a
the history.
hierarchy. It's also a hierarchy, but what do we focus
So
on?
you don't know
Because
the
even
history.
though, well, no, then tell me. If you say for my answer, I don't know the history, correct me.
The beginning, the very first reason why there was even a police was to round up slaves that had run away. So
Really?
from your from your philosophy, the way that I'm listening to from hearing from your philosophy saying that I must yield to authority, is you basically saying that I'm supposed to yield to master. I'm supposed to accept my slavery.
In order to you have to accept in order to elevate. Because with acceptance, you should gain wisdom and knowledge, and then you elevate. If you don't accept, then you're on a road to nowhere. Because not to accept to be that, you don't have to choose to be that. Definitely once you become and have your wings to come from beneath your parents, no more breastfeeding, no more milk feeding, you're on your own, held accountable. But you have to accept what has happened because you can't change it. But you look for the understanding, knowledge, and wisdom to move forward. And definitely, if you're a freedom fighter, to make a change. I can't make a change. I'm a freedom fighter. I can't do that unless I understand what has happened, and I have to accept it, even if I disagree with it. And definitely, if I disagree with it, that becomes a valuable piece of my freedom fighting.
Okay, I respect it. Everybody got a different perspective. I don't think you was actually answer the question that I asked, but this would be all right. Do we want to go around the room and give some positive notions for the people before we close up out of here, y'all?
Happy birthday, Lady Alpha.
Hey, thank you, BU. That's a beautiful thing. I didn't even expect that. And I'm gonna just my perspective is I'm appreciative in all things in life, even when I don't like it. But I accept and allow myself to appreciate so I can gain understanding from it and what's next to be better.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I respect that. I respect that. For our listeners, don't forget to go to the official Art for Change Instagram page. Go over there to our highlight section. We got some discounts for you. If you go to that Old Glory icon, you get 15% off their entire website. If you go to Molly B's, you get 10% off her entire website. Just make sure that Art for Change is in the promo on checkout. Boom, saving you some money. Also, Patriot Water for all my patriots out there. They have oxidated water, and you can get 10% off their entire website for all of Art for Change listeners. Just make sure Art for Change is in the promo on checkout. There you go, baby. Free game for the people, man. I just say this. If anything we're going to do, I just say first, let's extend with love. And also, I said this at work today, and I think we can apply this to life. Be approachable and be coachable. You know what I'm saying? Be approachable and be coachable. One life. Simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank everybody for locking in with us, man. We appreciate all the comments, man. We had a lot of comments tonight, man. We got a lot of new faces in the comments too, man. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Don't forget to tell your friends about Art for Change, man. And we go live on Mondays, on Thursdays, on Sundays at 9 Eastern time, and sometimes in between the weeks, so you don't never know. So this is why you got to hit that bell. This is why you got to subscribe. And we're always having deep conversations, but the premise of our show is to highlight art in every premise of art. So we're always looking for artists to come on and sit down with us and showcase their artwork and have a dialogue, you know, have an interview, if they will. Small artists all the way up to major artists, you know what I mean? We want to hear from everybody. And I would like the uniqueness, you know what I mean? So if you play an instrument that most people don't play, we want to hear from you, you know what I mean? You can sing at a certain octave that other people can't reach. We want to hear from you. You know, also people that are in professional, especially on Therapeutic Thursday, we would love to sit down with a therapist and have those type of conversations. On Motion Monday, we would love to sit down with people that are in business. So because that's the type of things that we talk about on Motion Mondays. On Sunday, we would love to sit down with people who are doing more soulful things in the community and being active. Shouts out to Poet for coming in with us today. Things of that nature. Shouts out to Marshall. We see you, baby. Until next time, baby. Peace and love. Art for Change, gang. And we out of here, man. Hold on. I'm sorry, everybody. Be you. What you got for the people, man?
I would like. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Lady Alva. I know she already lit a little bit. She already lit. She got to get more lit.
I sure am. It's the birthday session.
Yes, man. But if you like this video, man, you can go to our live section on YouTube and you can see all of our old episodes. We have over 100 episodes and you can binge watch our content. Or you can go to any podcast where you listen to the audio version and find Art for Change. Just make sure you put Art for Change podcast in your search browser. Until next time, we out here, gang.
Yes, peace.
Get it.